it seems like. But we're here, going to see a great basketball game. Probably, you throw Perry County in the mix, of course, but you're looking at two of the best teams in the district, not only the district but the region. So,
definitely,
it's going to be a good game.
Two contenders for big things this year here in the Wayne County Wildcats and the Frank Hughes Lions. Good crowd on hand, super crowd on hand here, really. I looked at the half, and I saw the Wayne County faithful. It showed up in good numbers, and Frank Hughes has as well. And so we're going to get to the starting lineups here for Wayne County. You have number 5, Will Robertson, number 10, Logan Davis, number 20, Sailor Skelton, and number 23, Justice Bell, number 25, Cayman Campfield. Wayne County in the road black with the gold trim, the gold lettering, and the gold numerals. Frank Hughes in the home white with the script lines across the chest and the black numbers. And for Frank Hughes, we've got Weston Lineberry, number 1, number 4, Hayes Simmons, number 5, Devin Dacus, number 12, Levi Tuck, and number 12, Aiden Dacus. And the Wayne County student section up, the Frank Hughes section up. And this place getting ready to rock, Barry.
It's already loud, so it's going to be a fun game. We're going to have the band going, you're going to have the crowd going both sides. Kind of feels like a playoff game almost.
This is the one that people had circled for a long time, Barry. We didn't do the shout-outs for the girls' game, saving it for the event here of the boys. And we got Jim and Patsy Pope listening, Leroy Andrews, Philip Harris, Jonathan Haddock. Lots of folks listening, N.J. Pope watching from home. And, Barry, it's a big game when you see Stevie James. I looked over there, and there was Cayman's uncle, Stevie, showing up for this one. Wayne County going left to right, Barry, as you listen. Frank Hughes going right to left. Dacus and Skelton at the center stripe. Ball's in there, and it's tapped. It's going to go to Lineberry. And Frank Hughes to get possession to start. Frank Hughes going to open in the man-to-man. Davis matched up with Lineberry. Dacus with a catch, a handoff back to Lineberry. Back screen, now to Dacus. Dacus on a shot fake. Gives back to Lineberry. Davis gives plenty of space. Lineberry points it out. Hands off to Devin. Hand off to Tuck. Back to Lineberry. Camfield matched up with Lineberry. 7.5 to go. No shot attempts yet. Hand off back to Lineberry from Devin Dacus. Ball screen looking to drive. Kick back to Simmons. Back to Lineberry. Got a cross screen underneath, and Dacus couldn't catch it. Goes off the hands and out of bounds and over to Wayne County. Hayden Dacus had popped open, just couldn't make the catch, and on the turnover to go over to the Cats.
Yeah, he makes that catch. You're talking about point-blank layup, so Cats catch a break there.
Davis across midcourt, left wing Robertson. Back to Robertson. Frank Hughes, guarding Bell, guarding Camfield. To Skelton. Skelton on a ball fake, goes right, turned away, finds Robertson. Robertson in the paint, kicks out Camfield for a long two. Rattles around and comes out, and Dacus for the rebound for Frank Hughes.
Yeah, Cats being patient there. Got a good look. Cam just couldn't knock it down.
Lineberry across midcourt to Dacus. To Devin Dacus. Lob backside. Bell gets a hand on it, and another steal. 2 turnovers in 2 possessions for the Lions, and Robertson pushes. Centers things up with the right hand, finds Davis, steps into a 3. It's on line, but too strong, and Aiden comes away with a rebound for the Lions.
Yeah, last 2 times down the floor for the Lions. They're trying to get that alley-oop, that lob there. We were ready that time.
Devin Dacus to Simmons. Back to Devin. Lineberry pops free. Lob inside to Aiden, matched up with Skelton. Goes all the way to the rim and lays it up for 2. Aiden Dacus is a good player, district MVP from a year ago.
Yeah, go ahead and step in and cut that off. Good drive of the basket.
Left wing Robertson to the high post to Skelton. Lob back outside to Bell. 5:50 to play in the second. 2-0 the line lead. Robertson open for 3 in the corner. Passed on it. Goes to Davis to Camfield. Camfield on a pull up at the free throw line. It comes out. Skelton battles for the rebound. Tracked down by Robertson in the corner. Wayne County will get a second chance.
Yeah, good job of Sailor there, crashing, keeping that ball alive there.
Robertson looks to drive, takes it in at Dacus, gets it blocked. Devin flies in for the rebound. They're going to get a foul on Robertson.
Robertson, you just got to be smart. Dykus isn't going to.
I think he was trying to draw the foul on Aiden, maybe, because you don't think he's probably going to make it over the top, but he didn't get the foul, and as it goes with a block shot. Devin tries to force it to Tuck. Tuck able to save it. Now they'll wheel it around to the right side to Lineberry. Devin up top to Tuck. To Lineberry. He'll go all the way to the rim and lay it up for 2.
Well, we got 2 layups right there to the line so far.
Bell, bounce feed over to Robertson. Robertson cross court to Davis. Davis, shot fake, finds Camfield. Camfield finds Robertson. Free throw jumper, rattles around and drops through.
That's what Will's got to do. They're leaving him wide open. They're going to give him the shot. He's got to knock down a couple of those, get them out of that.
And Lineberry just walks it up for Frank Hughes to Devin Dykus. Hand off to Lineberry. Lineberry through the legs, space dribble, open for 3 from the top. That's going to come up short, and Davis flies in for the rebound for Wayne County. Off to Bell. Bell behind the back, centers things up. Looks for some space, turns the corner with the left hand, and now pitches it to Davis up top. Robertson open for 3 in front of the Frank Hughes bench, too strong, and the rebound controlled there by Dykus, but a foul underneath. And they're going to get a push on Frank Hughes, I think.
Who's that, Evan?
That's on Hayes and Simmons. Camfield had flied in for the rebound, and Simmons pushed him out of the way, apparently. Davis to rebound, or Davis to inbound. Finds Robertson, steps into a 3. And then rattles around and drops in, and Wayne County in front 5-4. Frank Hughes with the first 5, Frank Hughes with the first 4, Robertson with the next 5.
And that's what he's got to do. They're going to give it to him. Keep knocking it down.
Devin Dykus, hand off to Lineberry. Lineberry through the legs. Got some space. Camfield matched up with him. Back to Lineberry. Lob inside there to Aiden Dykus. To Tuck. Tuck on a drive. Camfield on a reach. Tuck pitches it back to Lineberry. 3:45 to play here in the first. 5-4 Wayne County. Lineberry looking to attack now with the left hand. Camfield still backing and giving space. Lineberry just trying to survey as he space backs out near midcourt. They're going to run a set here. Lineberry, right wing Dykus, open for 3. Shot's good. And it's 7-5.
Boy, he just line drive drilled that one.
He had a good game in Waynesboro last year shooting the 3s. Robertson shot fake on the 3, finds Davis. Davis looking to drive, picks up the dribble, gets it poked away. Lineberry dives in, comes up with a steal, finds Aiden Dykus. And Wayne County I think that's Wayne County's first turnover.
It is, and you got both student sections kind of seeing who can get louder here.
Devin Dykus across midcourt to Simmons. Simmons finds Lineberry on a cut underneath, and he lays it up for 2. Frank Hughes running some good stuff, Barry, and getting some easy baskets.
Yeah, some good stuff, drawing defenders up to around the free throw line and then using that screen to get back cuts.
Davis, space dribble, baseball pass over to Robertson, wide open for 3, and he knocks it in.
That's right. Keep knocking it down.
9-8, Robertson with all 8 for Wayne County.
He might score 40 tonight if they keep doing that.
2:20 to play in the first. Up top to Devin Dykus. Devin over to Lineberry. Lineberry looking for some space. Lob down to Dykus. Dykus goes through Skelton, reverses it, and lays it up for 2.
Well, they're going to have to send some help side there to help him a little bit.
11-8. Davis, he'll step into a 3. It's in there. It rattles around, comes out. Robertson for the putback. And Robertson with all 10 for Wayne County.
Have you ever? Have you ever? Wow.
We got Beavis and Butler ready to check. They normally come for Skelton and Robertson.
I don't know.
Robertson with all 10.
Might leave Will there.
Up top to Devin Dykus. Devin fakes the 3. We got a foul here on an illegal screen, and that's going to turn it over. Frank Hughes with a few turnovers. And that's on Aiden Dykus.
Yeah.
And they are going to get Robertson and Davis.
No, he's leaving Will in.
Okay. They're getting Davis and Skelton. I thought Robertson was coming to the bench, but just going to inbound it.
Coach Franks knows he's dealing with a hot hand right here.
11-10.
Well, they changed it up a little bit.
Beavis wide open. Bounce feed into Butler. Butler to Robertson on a cut. He's got 12.
Oh, wow.
12-11 with 1:15 to play.
What a quarter. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb and say it's the best quarter he's ever had.
Will be tough to have one better. Lineberry takes his time, gets it across midcourt. Devitt to Lineberry. Lineberry needs a screen. Pops back up top. 55 seconds to go. Simmons off the left side, back to Lineberry. Lineberry to Dacus. Devin looks to drive on Robertson. They get Robertson. That's 2. That's the one thing is now Robertson's got 2 fouls.
Yeah.
He's got all 12 points, but 2 fouls.
He was hand checking there. That's kind of a picky foul, though. Not much going on there.
And here comes Davis for Robertson. Robertson with a hot start for the Cats gets a round of applause. Heading to the bench with 2 fouls. Lineberry inbound to Devin. Devin turns the corner, goes to the rim, gets it blocked out of bounds.
Oh, no.
And they're going to put Devin at the line for 2. Good take there by Dacus. The guy underneath had it out of bounds. The guy on the outside got the foul. Who'd they call that on, Barry? Justice?
They got that, yeah, Justice. They got that. I didn't see that foul at all right there.
Dacus at the stripe for 2, and it rattles around and comes out. Devin, normally a reliable free throw shooter. Another one upcoming for Dacus. That one's good. We're tied at 12 with 43.8. Let's see what Wayne County elects to do here in the last 43. 12-12, 3 fouls for Wayne County, 2 for Frank Hughes. Right wing Beavis, back to Davis. Davis with the ball screen going left, reverse goes to right, back to Beavis. Davis off the left side. Still the 2 on Bell and Camfield. They set the anchor screens. Beavis with a catch. Back to Davis. 19 seconds. Davis. 12-12 our score. Wayne County going to hold for 1 here with 15 seconds. Bounce feed over to Davis, or to Davis. Camfield picks up the dribble, goes back to Davis. Back to Camfield. 5 seconds. Camfield looks to drive. Hey, Simmons makes the steal. Comes up just shy of midcourt and just dribbles out the clock. As Wayne County unable to get a shot attempt there in the last few seconds. We're tied at 12 after 1. We'll be back with second quarter action after this break. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies Radio. Welcome back to Wayne County Basketball here on Big Oldies Radio. We're at the start of the second quarter, and we're tied at 12. Will Robertson with all 12 for the Cats, but saddled with 2 fouls. It'll be Wayne County Basketball to start the second quarter. Frank Hughes going to stay with the same 5. Levi Tuck, Hazen Simmons, Devin Dacus, Aiden Dacus, and Weston Lineberry. Wayne County going to stay with what finished the quarter. Nate Beavis, Logan Davis, Justice Bell, Kamen Camfield, and Case Butler. And Wayne County going to have to hustle to get the ball in. We saw that in the girls' game.
Yeah, they're not playing, are they, after that first whistle?
Well, Wayne County was sitting around there talking, and I don't think they realized the urgency, but they quickly did. Hand off to Camfield. Camfield bounce feed to Beavis. Beavis looks to drive, kicks it back to Davis. Davis tries to get a ball screen going right. Matched up there with Lineberry.
Now you got Beavis is the one they're leaving wide open now.
Beavis with a handoff to Camfield. They're going to get a blocking foul there on Beavis on the illegal screen. 7:36 to play in the second.
You can tell Frank Hughes has done their homework. They probably watched a lot of the Perry County film. As they're gonna leave one man wide open, and if that man can beat you, he can beat you. But they're not gonna let the big 2 score for Wayne County, or try not to.
Dacus with a catch off the left lane line to Devin. Now we got an illegal screen going the other way. That's on Simmons.
That's his second.
Simmons the one guarding Camfield.
Both teams just going back and forth here.
Frank Hughes going to go. I thought they was going to go the 2-3 there for a minute. 7:16 to play here in the second. We're tied at 12. Both teams turning over with illegal screens to start the third quarter. Beavis penetrates, kicks it back to Canfield. Canfield ball screen going left, gets fouled, and that's going to be 3 on Simmons. As Simmons tried to get aggressive going over the top of that screen, and that'll put Canfield to the line for three free throws.
Yeah, Simmons just picking up the foul, not being very smart, fighting through that screen. And hammered Canfield, and that ball almost went in, almost had a 4-point play.
Wyatt McLean to check in. Canfield nets the first one. I believe that's that's certainly his first point since Robertson had all 12.
Yeah, that's the first cat besides Will Robertson that scored.
Now what do we got? They got Lineberry coming here to the bench. We got a stoppage. Lineberry's got some blood on his leg, maybe. He went and wiped it off. Now let's see what we got. Canfield's getting tossed at the line here. As Lineberry's got to get this tended to, as he's got a cut near his knee. They got 20 seconds is what they're saying here, I guess, to get this situated.
I learned something new. I didn't know we had 20 seconds.
I didn't either, and I'm guessing at that, but look what the signal was. .707 to play here in the second. Wayne County in front 13-12.
If you're a free throw shooter, you're like, if you're Canfield, you just made the first one, you're like, come on, let's play.
Quick job there. Gets Lineberry taped up. Morse.
He was on
he
the
had
ball.
Johnny on the spot there.
He was on the ball there.
Give him 20 seconds, and he got it done. Canfield's second one good. You can't ask Canfield. And McLean going to check in for Simmons as Wayne County's now got a 2-point lead, 14-12.
Well, this could be big now that Justice is back in the game. As Frank Hughes lost one of their quick defenders.
Canfield rattles the next one out, and the rebound to Tuck. Tuck flying in from the top, picking up that rebound. And Lineberry, with a tape around the left knee, brings it across midcourt. Weston with a handoff to Devin Dacus. Devin matched up here with Davis. Gives space to Lineberry, and Canfield staying back, feet inside the arc. To Devin, now we got an illegal screen here. It's Frank Hughes just getting called for another illegal screen, and that's 3. That's 2 this quarter.
Yeah,
that's on McLean.
Sorry, Dave. They can't stay still, and the screener's job is to stay still and let the guy run shoulder to shoulder off him. The screener's the ones trying to move and make sure they get the screen done. Austin.
Davis lob over to Canfield, and they're going to get a foul there on McLean, and that's 4 fouls on Frank Hughes here in the second with 6:31 to play.
Well, you're getting a bonus this early, and you want to talk about, a huge advantage for the Cats.
That's 2 on McLean, 3 on Simmons. Davis to the corner to Davis, back to Beavis. Beavis penetrates and gets it tied up there with Lineberry, and on the turnover, it'll go over to Frank Hughes.
Yeah, Nate, I kind of understand what he's doing, but he's got to remember you're going in there, on a guy that's got you by about 1.5 feet as far as length goes.
What happened here? We had
the popcorn spill.
Okay. We had a stoppage there across the way after Frank Hughes had inbound the Skelton in for Butler. Here with 6:18 to go. 4 team fouls. That's something to watch. Hand off to Lineberry. Lineberry, Canfield giving space. We got another illegal screen, and that's the 5th, but you won't shoot on that.
No, that's McLean's second illegal screen, but 3rd foul of the quarter. Of the last 2 minutes.
I think Frank Hughes might forego the screens. Davis across midcourt, left wing Beavis. Beavis has the 3. Instead, he'll hand off and try and set the screen for Canfield. Canfield looking to the corner, trying to back his way in, goes back to Beavis. Beavis nearly gets it poked away, instead finds Bell.
Yeah, got active hands, Frank Hughes does on defense. I have to really protect the basketball.
Well, Frank Hughes got to survive some big-time foul trouble as McLean's got 3 fouls and Simmons has 3 fouls. Skelton to Davis to Beavis. Beavis back to Davis. Over to Beavis. This time he'll take the three, rattle around and come out. Canfield there for the putback.
Boy, got a boxing one, but for some reason they forgot to box Canfield out.
Well, they were guarding Justice too, weren't they?
Yeah, but like I'm saying,
Yeah.
he's got a chaser,
Yeah.
and for some reason the chaser didn't want to box him out.
16-12, Wayne County lead. Canfield with 4 this quarter. Robertson with 12 in the first. Lineberry to Dacus. Here's Frank Hughes goes to work. Lineberry steps back 1-3. Instead, he'll go to McLean. McLean will shoot the 3. It comes out, and the rebound tap. Beavis going to run it down. Save possession for the Cats.
Yeah, good job of Nate Dog going after that ball.
Finds Davis. Davis on the push ahead. Finds Skelton. Skelton turns, gets it stolen by Lineberry. Lineberry speed dribble with the right hand, gets bumped by Bell, and then a lob inside, knocked away, intended for Devin, out of bounds. Last touch by Canfield.
Boy, good. Justice got lucky right there. He didn't get a foul called. He did, like you said, Dave. He bumped him, and it kind of stopped him from going on in for the layup.
Robertson a check for Davis. 4:35 to play in the second. Frank Hughes the inbound, and here comes Tucker Staggs, except he didn't get there quickly enough. Lineberry looks, finds Aiden Dacus. Hand off to Tuck. Tuck's 3, no good, and the rebound tracked down by Canfield here in the corner. Taman a push. Kicks to Bell. Bell looking. Shot fake, launches the 3. It's off the mark. Robertson there for the rebound. Hangs in there. Put back no good. And then Skelton's put back no good, but a foul on Frank Hughes.
Oh, Wayne County's kind of got Clifton upset a little bit on their heels. Just
foul on Tuck.
Yeah. Ooh.
How many is that on Tuck?
It's
1.
2 on him.
2 on Tuck. Okay.
No, excuse me, 1 on Tuck. Thought they got Dicus there.
Skelton's free throw good, and here comes Tucker Staggs. He'll replace McLean. 17-12 is Wayne County on a little run here to start things. Frank Hughes yet to score this quarter. Skelton next one, front rim, and Aiden Dacus pulls the board for the line.
I expect lines right here to look for Dicus. Try to get the ball in his hands a little bit on the block. Down low.
Lineberry with Robertson. Matched up on him. Robertson gives space. They got Canfield now on Devin Dacus. To Aiden. Aiden looking to drive. Hands off to Devin. Devin. Canfield staying with. Aiden. Back to Devin. Play a 2-man game. Devin got a lane. Drives in. Lays it in with the left hand.
That's Clifton's, Frank Hughes' strength right there. Get to the basket.
Well, every basket has been a layup, hasn't it?
It has.
Robertson off the right side. Left wing Canfield. Beavis. Beavis got space. Short corner Skelton. Hand off Bell. Knocked away. Out of bounds. They're going to say it stays with Wayne County.
Ooh, I don't know about that call, but we'll take it.
17-14, the Wayne County lead. 3:31 to play in the second. Robertson to inbound right in front of the Frank Hughes student section. Lob into Canfield. Canfield fakes. Throws up the running hook. It's good.
Oh, man. He gets in a lane like that. That's hard to stop that. I don't even know if he can stop it.
19-14, the Wayne County lead. 3:18 to play in the second. Lineberry up top, Dacus. Devin Dacus. Picks up, hand off to Lineberry. Lineberry turns the corner. He goes in. Shot no good, and they're going to get a block underneath on Beavis. And that'll put Weston at the line for 2.
It's going to be 2 on Nate. You got a couple Cats here that's got to be careful.
It's just the second foul, though, on Wayne County, as Frank Hughes had 6 or 7 this quarter. Lineberry knocks in the first to make it 19-15. Davis returns for Bell. Another one here for Lineberry. That one rattles around and drops. 19-16. Davis bring it up. No Bell, so what does Frank Hughes do? They're going to match up with Robertson, it looks like, since Bell's not out there. To Skelton. Skelton, they're going to get an illegal screen here.
Who they get that, Nate? That'll be his 3rd.
They did. And that's going to get Butler into the contest.
Boy, these fouls right here, fourth quarter, could be kind of interesting to see with these guys getting.
Coach Frank's trying to get an explanation from the official as to what happened.
They're calling, you better not move on the screen tonight.
Equal opportunity offenders, right?
right.
Dacus, hand off to Devin Dacus. Lineberry open for three, but deep, and decides not to take it. He motions Devin through, and Canfield gets on Lineberry's right side. Up top to Aiden. He'll take the three, knock it in.
Boy, he was just no hesitation at all. He knew what he wanted to do with that one.
19-19. I take that back. Dacus has made 2 threes. It hadn't all been layups. Frank Hughes trying to come back here. Davis, hand off Robertson. Wayne County, or Frank Hughes switches it. Robertson picks up the dribble, goes to Skelton. Skelton with a ball fake, puts it on the deck, finds Davis. 2:07 to play. We're tied at 19. Robertson off the left side, looks to drive. Knocked away by Lineberry in the steal. Man, Lineberry's hands are quick.
Man, he is. He's very fast and active.
You just can't expose the wall around him. Weston walks it across midcourt. He's going to try and run a set, see if they can send a legal screen. Lineberry off a catch from Devitt. Pitch over to Aiden. Dacus works against Skelton. Skelton able to force the turnaround and pitch back to Lineberry up top. 1:35 to play in the second. 19-19. Lineberry off to Devin. Devin spins his way in. They're going to get a carry as Butler came over and blocked the shot. But on the carry, that'll turn it over to Wayne County.
Got a couple fans over there kind of upset about it, but yeah, the spin move, the ball kind of got away from him a little bit. I thought that was a good call.
19-19, 1:23 to play here in the second. Canfield to Butler, back to Davis. Trying to get Canfield in the corner. Tucker Staggs applying the pressure on Canfield. Skelton, step through, jumper short, and the rebound bounces out to Lineberry.
Not a bad look right there by Saylor. It was a good shot, just kind of short on the front rim.
Lineberry across midcourt. 55 seconds to play here in the second. Weston, hand off Devin. Now they got Devin matched up with Davis. Davis a three-pound. Hand off Tuck. Tuck back to Lineberry, 43 seconds.
I think Frank Hughes holds for one, Dave.
We'll just see. I think they could. As Lineberry's just looks like they're going to. When you're in the foul trouble, they are probably happy to get to the half tied. Canfield's going to stay back near the three-point line. Tapping the chin. We'll see what the call is here as we're down to 22 seconds. Hand off to Devin. 17 seconds to Aiden. Aiden looking to drive. Dumps it down to Tucker Staggs. Layup no good. Aiden flies in, keeps the rebound. Put back no good. Tucker Staggs can't get it. The rebound knocked out of bounds. And it's going to go over to Wayne County for 4.4.
And the Clifton faithful or Frank Hughes faithful are not happy about that call. 4 seconds left here in the half.
Frank Hughes missed some opportunities. And they're going to send Tuck up to make sure they can't roll the ball in. They get to Canfield. Canfield with three. Pitch ahead to Robertson. Robertson feed inside. Butler lays it up. It comes out. And our score at the half, Wayne County 19, Frank Hughes 19. And we'll be back with a quick recap of the first half after this break. You listen to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies Radio. Welcome back to Wayne County basketball here on Big Oldies Radio. We're tied at 19 at the half. We were tied at 12 after 1. And, Barry, you got the totals for it.
Yeah, I do. For Frank Hughes for the Lions, you got Aiden Dykes leading the way with 10. You got Weston Lineberry with 6 and Devin Dykes with 3. Leading the way for the Wayne County Wildcats. All in the first quarter, Will Robertson with 12. And you got the man, Cayman Canfield with 6. Sailor Scout with 1.
Well, what was interesting, Robertson scored all 12 of Wayne County's in the first quarter, and Canfield scored 6 of the 7 in the second, Barry. It should be an interesting second half, and we'll have that for you when we come back after this break. We're tied at 19 at the half. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies Radio. Welcome back to Wayne County Basketball here on Big Oldies Radio. We're at the half. We're tied at 19. About a minute away from the start of the third quarter. Very about as even as it gets. A little bit of foul trouble there for Frank Hughes, and then Wayne County wound up getting in a bit of foul trouble. Before we get started with the second half, handed a note here from John Harper and said the internet here is having some issues, so the stream may drop out at times. If that happens, just go back to WCHS Sports and look for the line stream. My man Dion Pulley joining in tonight. Hope he's doing well in recovery. Good to see him back over Christmas when he was able to come out to the school and participate with us in the Christmas dinner for the faculty.
Yeah, and then as teams came out on the court, you saw both coaches kind of talk to the officials about the screens. Trying to to see what you can and can't do. What we have, 4 or 5 illegal screens called, so that's where your foul trouble is on both teams. So we'll see what happens here as we start the third.
Wayne County ball to start the third. Robertson to inbound. It's Robertson, Davis, Camfield, Skelton, Bell for Wayne County. Tuck, Simmons, the Dacuses, and Lineberry for Frank Hughes. Skelton open for 3. He'll take it. It front rims, and the rebound tapped and controlled by Aiden Dacus.
Yeah, maybe not what Wayne County wanted right there. Sailor's great inside player, not much of a three-point shooter.
Lineberry looking to move to the right. Pitches it to Devin Dacus in the corner of the lob. Bell there to stop it. Simmons elbow jumper, too strong. Bell couldn't claim the rebound, but Robertson can. And Will bring it across midcourt. Hand off Davis. Left wing Skelton. Skelton out high. Looking for Camfield. Matched up here with Lineberry. Feed to Skelton. Skelton spins. Hangs in the air. Throws it up off the glass. No good. Camfield there for the rebound. Works around Dacus and lays it in with the right hand.
Boy, got away with a foul there. Sailor looked like he got hit. Good job of Camfield, though, coming in there.
Yeah, it worked out.
Just the quickness of Camfield getting around Dacus and scoring.
Worked out with a deuce for the Cats. Bounce feed over to Tuck, back to Devin, to Aiden. Lineberry up top, Devin. What do we got here? We got a foul on somebody.
Oh, man, who's this on?
That's on Robertson. That's 3, Barry.
Yeah, that's going to be 3 on him. Got Garrett Nutt listening in.
Grito. Lineberry looking to inbound. Can't find anybody. Now lobs it up to Tuck. Tuck with a handoff to Lineberry. 21-19 Wayne County. Camfield putting the Cats on top last trip down. Right wing Dacus open for 3. It's on line, but way too strong, and Camfield pulls down the rebound for Wayne County. Pitch ahead to Bell. Bell on a speed dribble, looks to attack, flips up the runner. It rolls around and drops through.
How pretty was that?
Wayne County with 4 to start the quarter, and it's 23-19. Here with 6:15 to play in the third.
Justice rising up with a floater right there. That was nice.
Lineberry. Cross-court pass there to Tuck. Devin Dacus looks to drive. Handoff Simmons. Simmons open for 3. He knocks it in.
Oh,
and now we got a timeout here, Frank Hughes, as Coach Lova utilized the first timeout here of the half. Looks like this is going to be a 30 as they're keeping them up. 23-22, 5:57 to play here in the third. Wayne County going to stay with Robertson despite the 3 fouls, it looks like, Barry.
Yeah, gonna stay with him. Simmons has 3 for Frank Hughes. They're going to stay with him as well. You almost, want to see if maybe Will can, when he gets the ball, try to, drive to the basket, try to pick up a foul, because Simmons plays aggressive just like Will does. They're both too fast. And sometimes when you're too fast, you just accidentally run into somebody. So we'll see what happens here. 6 minutes to go. It's all we thought it was going to be, 23-22. I'm curious to see, though, if one of these teams can kind of get ahead 7 or 8 points. So
yeah, get a little bit of separation, see what happens. Case Bryant into the contest for the Cats as Robertson is going to take a seat with the 3 fouls. See what Frank Hughes does with Case. He's wide open.
Yeah,
He'll shot fake. Back to Davis.
Light it up.
And then Davis loses the handle back to Bryant. Bryant back to Davis. Back to Bryant. Shot fake. Back to Davis.
No.
They're going to get a travel.
I don't see that.
Lineberry able to cover them both somehow, Barry.
Yeah.
How quick is that?
I'm sitting there going,
My
yeah,
gosh.
Bryant's open for three. Bryant's open for three. Bryant, no. Lineberry's getting there back and forth just quick.
Weston. Cross-court pass there to Aiden. Handoff Weston. Wayne County ready for the lob. Over to Devin. Back to Weston. 23-22 Wayne County. They find Simmons. Simmons matched up there with Bell. Back to Lineberry. Lineberry going to launch the three. It's rattle around and coming out. Wayne County's Canfield claims the rebound.
Good job of the Cats there. Good look by Frank Hughes. Just
pitch into Davis. Davis looking to drive. Gets fouled. Scores it. Lineberry doesn't think he fouled. Who they got on the call? They do have Weston.
Lineberry's first. What a take to the rack by Logan. Draw some contact. Got a chance for a three-point play.
Pitched ahead. Frank Hughes wasn't quite set defensively. Logan took advantage. Free throw good. Wayne County in front by 4, 26-22.
Yeah, is this? No, I don't think it's the biggest lead of the night, but we're getting close to it.
Lineberry across midcourt. Pitch back to Devin. Weston. Face dribbles with a left hand. Looks to drive on Logan. Tries to bower it in and gets it blocked by Skelton out of bounds.
Good job.
Skelton came off and made the block, Barry.
Good job of Saylor helping off there. He's got to be careful doing that. You're leaving a big man wide open when you do that.
Inbound to Dacus, and they're going to get a foul here. Who's this on?
I think they're going to hit Saylor. That'll be his first.
That's 2 on Wayne County this quarter. Lineberry to inbound. Looks, and finds Aiden. Dacus handed off to Weston. Weston trying to get some space. He wants to attack Davis. Behind the back, looking to drive. Kicks in the corner. Simmons going to tee up a three. That's too strong, and Wayne County with a block out, but couldn't pull it. Aiden Dacus there for the rebound. Lineberry kicks it back out. Devin Dacus wide open for three from the top, and he nets it.
Ooh, close games like this, second chance points are huge.
26-25, Canfield looks to drive baseline. Flips up the runner, leaves it short, and the rebound to Tuck. Wayne County starting to go quicker, Barry, and getting some baseline drives. Canfield just couldn't catch that one.
That's the way they want to play. They want to get out and run.
4 minutes to play in the third. Wayne County in front, 26-25. Lineberry. Davis gives plenty of space, standing back at the three-point line. Up top to Devin. Handoff Lineberry. Going to set a stagger there for Devin. He'll hand it off back to Lineberry. Going to bring a stagger back. Handoff back to Lineberry. Canfield gives Lineberry space. As they've swapped, they've gone to Canfield back to Lineberry, and Davis on Devin Dacus. 3.5 to play in the third. Lineberry trying to get it cleared out to drive Canfield, it appears. And they'll go to Devin, back to Weston. And Weston guarded there by Davis. Davis trying to get a count. Lineberry space dribbles back out. Just another handoff.
Just eating clock.
Eden Clonk with a 1-point deficit, though. Maybe trying to see if Wayne County will break down defensively. Ball screen. Rejected. Goes to the rim. Hangs in the air. Kicks it. Simmons open for three. Leaves it short. Aiden Dacus battles 3 Wildcats and comes away with a rebound. He's got Simmons underneath, but never saw him.
Never saw him. Simmons wide open under there.
Handoff to Devin. Back to Weston. Lineberry now matched up with Davis. Calls for Devin. Handoff. Devin. Handoff Simmons. Simmons going to shoot the three from the top. No good, and the rebound to Tuck. Tuck off to Weston Lineberry. As Frank Hughes getting some extra tries now.
Lineberry looked at Simmons and told him to slow down. Good shooting.
Handoff Simmons. Simmons pivots. Looks to hand back to Weston. Weston matched up there with Davis. Devin Dacus. Works it in, handoff to Simmons. Simmons going to be called for a carry, and that'll turn it over to Wayne County.
That's what you get doing that. I don't understand, third quarter why you're kind of holding it out. Kind of looks similar to the playbook of Perry County, but when Perry County got the matchup they wanted, then, they would go to the basket.
Beavis and Butler. Wayne County, or Frank Hughes going to go some backcourt pressure. They've got Justice double team. Left-hand pass to Beavis. Beavis goes through the legs, hands back to Justice. 1:49 to play here in the third. Wayne County by 1, 26-25. Davis out near midcourt, and Frank Hughes in the 2-3, it looks like. Hand off to Bell. Bell over to Davis. Davis looking to attack, hand off to Campfield. Campfield trying to turn the corner, picks up the dribble, looks, and finds Davis up top. 1:25 to play in the third. Back to Campfield, open for three. It's online and good.
Ooh, there it is.
And Coach Franks gets timeout.
Well, how quick can Cam get it off?
29-25, 1:20 to play in the third, Barry. Big shot there by the captain, K-Man.
Big shot right there. Frank Hughes trying to slow the game down. It's kind of hard to hold it when you get down, a few points. Lead's 4 right now, but if Wayne County extends that lead anymore, Frank Hughes won't be able to slow it down.
Well, Frank Hughes tried to jump in the 2-2-1 look. Wayne County able to possess it, get it across midcourt. Found Campfield on that reversal back. They faked it to the right side, came back to left, and Campfield splashed the three.
Yeah, him and Justice, they got those quick releases. Every time they shoot it, bless their hearts. I mean, you don't want to say bless you. I mean, they're good. That's why they're getting covered like they are. But it's almost like if they can get free for half a second, when you get those chances for those shots, you got to make them. And Canfield putting it in there right there, that was huge.
Lineberry brings it up for the Lions. Frank Hughes going to go with a box set here, different look. Aiden on the catch, looks to drive Butler, and then gets fouled along the baseline. Beavis tried to come over and take the charge, but they get Butler on a foul. Quick move there on the rip by Dicus to go baseline.
Yeah, quick move by Dicus. I'm shocked, David. He really hasn't taken a shot this quarter.
They find Devin on a cut. Campfield blocks it out of bounds, and it's going to stay with Frank Hughes.
Frank Hughes, you got to get that ball to Dicus and let him work a little bit.
On the floor for Wayne County, Davis, Campfield, Beavis, Bell, and Butler. For Frank Hughes, Lineberry, the two Dicuses, Simmons, and Tuck. Tuck off the right wing. Cross-court pass there to Simmons. Hand off to Lineberry. Lineberry had the three, instead he'll drive. Work around Beavis, lay it up short, and a rebound to Campfield.
Good defense there.
Campfield with a pitch ahead to Davis. Davis going to take it in, and a goal team, and a foul to boot. And that'll put Logan at the line, and Wayne County's got the separation been looking for.
We got a foul too, huh? Or is it just going to be goaltending?
They got a foul. So he's going to go to the line for an and one.
Huge right there. That's huge.
And that foul's on Dicus. That's his second, right, Barry?
So that is Aiden's second. That'd be his second. That's correct.
Davis to make it 7. And knocks it in. 32-25. Devin Dicus will walk it up.
That's big
Wayne County
right there.
with 6 in a row there to widen it out from 26-25 to 32-25. Lineberry out near midcourt. Davis gives plenty of space, and Frank Hughes content to take some time down. Holding for one, maybe. Devin off the left wing, double screen. Up top to Simmons, to Aiden. Aiden back to Simmons. Simmons intercepted by Bell. Bell going to take it all the way. Simmons tries to time it. Bell on a reverse, throws it over the backboard. That's going to take us to the end of 3. And our score after 3 is Wayne County 32, Frank Hughes 25. And we'll be back with the fourth quarter after this break. You're listening to Wayne County Basketball on Big Oldies Radio. Thank you. Welcome back to Wayne County Basketball here on Big Oldies Radio. We're at the start of the fourth, and it's 32-25. the Wayne County lead, and it'll be Frank Hughes' ball to start things here in the fourth. And Frank Hughes will send out Lineberry, Simmons, Tuck, Aiden Dacus, and Devin Dacus. For Wayne County, it's Butler, Beavis, Bell, Davis, and Camfield. A little bit of separation there for the Cats with a flurry there at the end, scoring the last 6.
Yeah, Frank Hughes. If he don't get a score here and Wayne County does, that might be in trouble.
Lineberry, right wing Simmons. Simmons with a handoff to Aiden. Back to Devin. Devin shot fake, handoff to Lineberry. Lineberry looks to drive, gets all the way to the rim, lays it up short. That hit the bottom of the glass as Lineberry hung in there, maybe a touch too long. Now Wayne County up 7, looks to extend. Davis into Butler. Butler. Handoff Camfield over to Davis. Davis got the 3 and he'll take it.
That's
it's
good.
on line but short. And the rebound tap. And Tuck going to track it down just before it goes out of bounds. As Frank Hughes was all over it, nearly knocked it away from the lines themselves. Devin across midcourt. Weston going to take a deep 3 there off the left side, and it's good. That's a big shot there for Frank Hughes. As Frank Hughes had been leaking a little oil, but the senior comes through with a big 3 to cut it to 32-28.
That's a deep 3, too. Big shot.
Beavis. Handoff Camfield. Camfield bounce feet Beavis. Beavis looks to attack. Goes up, gets it blocked out of bounds by Aiden Dacus.
I guess
Robertson going to return for Beavis. Here with 6:42 to play in the third.
he gave you some good minutes right there.
Inbound to Davis. Davis open for 3. That one's on line and good.
Big shot right there by Logan. That's huge.
35-28. Lineberry across midcourt. Looking to drive on Davis. Take it to the rim and lay it up. Come out. And the rebound tapped out of bounds, and it's going to go over to Wayne County as Simmons knocked it out over the top of Bell.
Got Camfield telling everybody kind of calm down here. You get a basket here, Frank Hughes is in trouble.
Back to Robertson. Robertson fouled by Lineberry in the backcourt. And Lineberry just was willing to give that up, it seemed.
Yeah, I think he was fixing to have a numbers problem right there. Wayne County was fixing to have numbers on him.
Winston won't know how many fouls he's got. He gets notified he's got 2. Frank Hughes going to go to the 1-3-1. Robertson here off the left side. Looks to drive, cut off, kicks it back. Camfield shoot, it's a runner, 3, no good, and a rebound to Bell. Bell put back attempt, gets blocked off Tuck and out of bounds.
Boy, he spiked that block. Bad thing is he hit his teammate in the head with it.
Yeah, they'd probably had a chance to track it down because it was going to stay in bounds till it hit Tuck. Davis looking to inbound, can't find anybody. Now lobs it, gets it blocked. It's going to stay with Wayne County. Tuck doing the number down there. Wayne County going to go with a line stack. Davis looking to inbound. Now goes high to Robertson. Pick up, goes to Bell. Bell handoff to Davis. Frank Hughes in the 2-3. They'll extend it. Butler, bounce feed over Robertson. Robertson shot fake on the 3. Gets it deflected, stolen by Tuck.
You got to be strong with the ball right there, putting that ball above your head with the quickness of Frank Hughes.
35-28, Barry, 5:37 to go. Lineberry, cross court to Dacus, hand back to Lineberry. Deep 3, he'll take another one. It's on line and good.
Ooh,
and it's 35-31, and Coach Love going to utilize another timeout. That'll leave Frank Hughes with 3, Wayne County with 4. As Lineberry's nailed 2 big 3s here to keep Frank Hughes within shouting distance.
2 big, deep 3s is where he's caught it. He's kind of looked, kind of surveyed the floor. And being that deep, not being covered, I mean, he's drained 2 of them. That's got them right back in it right here. Wayne County had a couple chances, to really extend it. And, give Frank Hughes credit.
Logan Davis stepping up here in the second half, Barry. He had 0 at the half, but 9 here in the second half. Wayne County with a 4-point lead, 35-31, 5:28 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, I think you got to give a lot of credit to Will Robertson and Logan tonight. I mean, these guys, when you're putting all your chips on the 2 bigs and they're leaving these guys open to score, they're knocking down shots, Dave, and they're making it hurt.
I wonder what Frank Hughes is going to go to. They've got multiple defenses. We saw the 1-3-1. We've seen the 2-3. We've seen the loaded man. And they're 2-3, and that's what they normally play. They kind of went away from it, given the personnel of Wayne County. Now it looks like they're going to match up man-to-man maybe.
Oh, wow. They are.
Davis with a dribble. Camfield with a catch. They go to Butler up top to Davis. Back to Camfield. Camfield rips, looks to drive, picks it up, kicks it back up top to Belt.
And Dykus is guarding Will Robertson, though, and he's just letting him go.
He's the plug in there. Davis. Face dribbles, looks to drive, gets to the corner, peels back out with a left hand, finds Bell. Bell near midcourt, 4:52 to play in the fourth, 35-31. Robertson, flash step there by Tuck, wide open, goes cross court Davis. Davis motions Bell through, feed into Camfield. Camfield looks to turn the corner, jumper along the baseline, no good, and Dykus goes high for the rebound for Frank Hughes.
A tough shot right there, good defense.
Lineberry will bring it up. 4:24. Dykus shot fake. Replaces. Gives it to Lineberry. Lineberry to Devin. Landed on by Camfield. Back to Lineberry. 4:15 to play in the fourth. Frank Hughes being deliberate against this Wayne County defense. They've had a hard time finding good looks. 4 minutes to go in the fourth. Dykus. Back to Devin Dykus. Simmons, Aiden Dykus. Lob inside Devin. Works against Camfield. Goes up with a left hand. Gets it blocked by Camfield in the rebound to Wayne County.
Great defense right there by Camfield. Coach Frank's saying, come on.
Pitch head to Robertson. Open for three. It rattles around. He comes out. Butler taps out of bounds and over to Frank Hughes.
Boy, Camfield had a chance to get that offensive rebound just off his fingertips and out of bounds. Will almost drained it. That ball went in, down, and then came back out somehow.
Frank Hughes down 4, 35-31, 3:34 to play. Lineberry, Dykus, big possession here. Lineberry open for three, going to take another one. It rattles around and comes out. Tapped by Bell, controlled by Tuck. Lob up top, caught by Dykus. Aiden gives way to Lineberry, and Tuck going to drive and fouled there by Robertson, and that's 4.
Ooh, me. Big foul right there.
3:17 to play in the fourth, 35-31.
A lot of time left, too, Dave. A lot of time.
Lineberry looks, gets it in to Devin. Devin works against Camfield, gets bumped, flips it up off the glass, no good. They're going to give Devin 2 on that. If he could have cashed that, it would have counted.
Almost looked like a little continuation NBA style, but
it's on Camfield. Is that his first?
yes.
Well, Camfield does a good job playing without fouling.
Plays hard and then stays out of foul trouble. That's
Devin Dykus at the stripe nets the first free throw. It's 35-32. 3:14 to play in the fourth.
Of course, if you're Frank Hughes, you want to get to the line.
Another one for Devin. Front rim. And Camfield battling hard for the rebound and comes out of there with it. Outlet to Robertson. Back to Davis. Davis to Robertson. Open for three. Steps into it. That was good.
Oh, wow.
And it's 38-32 with 2:58 to play in the fourth.
15 for Will Robertson right there, leaving him wide open again. Man, he drills it.
38-32, the Wildcat lead, 2:58 to play in the fourth.
And I think that's been Frank Hughes' game plan tonight is, don't let the big two beat you. And you just live or die with what happens. And, man, Will and Logan have been just something else tonight. You got 24 of your 38 points have come from those two.
Well, and overall, Frank Hughes probably fairly well pleased with the defensive effort. But it's been Wayne County's defense that's made it hard on Frank Hughes tonight, holding the lines to just 32.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you're talking about a high-powered offense in Wayne County, 38 points. So, yeah, Frank Hughes just kind of struggled on offense. I think I'd like to see them get it to Dykus a little bit more, especially maybe down low on the block and let him get some one-on-one down low. But I don't know. They're just not doing that.
Wayne County's had a lot of the answers, and Frank Hughes has been trying to run some stuff, but Wayne County's been kind of there. They've been trying to get the drives, the downhill moves. Haven't been able to get it too much at the rim tonight. Dacus, Tuck back to Lineberry. Lineberry with a lob into Dacus. Dacus with a shot fake. Hangs in the air, going to turn and shoot the fadeaway, and it comes out. And the rebound to Bell, and nobody there for Frank Hughes to rebound. Pitch to Camfield. Camfield going to drive. Tries to go up underneath, and the rebound to Tuck. And it Tuck gets fouled. Boy, he came through there with an elbow. Unfortunately, nobody got hit.
Yeah, that would have been a deliberate one right there. Camfield was looking for the contact right there.
38-32, foul on Butler. Frank Hughes going to try and conserve time, rolling it up. Robertson comes and applies some backcourt pressure. Lineberry will pick it up, find Dacus to Devin. They're going to get an illegal screen there on Simmons. Let's see if Frank Hughes goes with some backcourt pressure here. They are. Foul on Simmons. As they tried to get that back screen action, they got Simmons for an illegal. That's 4 on Simmons. Bell on the inbounds. Bell, one dribble, goes back to Robertson. Robertson, speed dribble, picks it up, finds Bell. Bell with a pass fake and gets fouled. That's on Simmons, and that's 5.
That'll be Simmons, that'll be gone. His 5th, that'll be our team 30. So he doesn't realize he's found out.
I don't think Coach Love does yet either. 2:17 to play in the 4th, 38-32. And that's going to be 5 on Simmons. And that's going to get McLean in. That may hurt Frank Hughes' pressure a little bit, as Simmons is probably one of the better ones to pressure in the backcourt.
You got that right.
Inbound to Bell. Bell, pass fake. Now another pass fake, finds Robertson. Robertson trap, finds Camfield to Davis. Back to Bell. Bell looking to drive. He gets fouled. Shot no good. Well, the shot was good, but won't count, as it was before. The foul occurred before.
4 on McLean.
Frank Hughes trying to get position. Wayne County with a 38-32 lead, 2:06 to play. Davis looking to inbound. Tries to find Butler and does. Butler picks up the dribble. In a bind, now finds Robertson. Robertson finds Bell. Over to Davis. Davis back to Bell. 3 team fouls on Wayne County, 4 on Frank Hughes. Bell picks it up out near midcourt, and he's going to be fouled by Dacus, and that's going to put Justice at the line. He was 11 for 11 on Monday.
Yeah, that's the one guy we want going to the line right there.
And Bell at the stripe with 1:46 to play in the 4th. Make it a 3-possession game. Front rim.
As soon as we say 11 for 11, it always happens.
I guess. 1:46 to play in the 4th, 38-32. Wayne County lead. That's just the first foul on Devin Dacus. The second one is good. That does make it a 3-possession game. And Robertson trying to slip up and put some pressure in the backcourt. The Lineberry and Robertson appeal out of there. Weston a speed dribble. In the corner, Tucks fade away from 3. No good. Camfield there for the rebound. As Wayne County getting in control big time now over to Davis. And Davis fouled by Lineberry. And that'll put Logan at the line for 2.
Yeah, right here, he knocks a couple of these free throws down. It's going to be hard for Clifton to get back in this.
Butler and Aiden Dacus having a conversation down there. And Davis to the line. 247 people watching, according to John Harper. First one by Davis splashes home. That's 10 for Logan.
That is.
Big night there for the junior point guard. Davis for another one. That one's also good.
Big free throws, too.
Now we got a 30-second timeout. Coach Love here with 1:33 to play in the 4th. It's 41-39. Wayne County widening it out to a 9-point lead.
Big free throws right there from Logan. If you're Frank Hughes right now, you're drawing it up. You got to start shooting some threes. Kind of running out of time here. Got to start making some 3 balls.
Yeah, Frank Hughes wanting baskets and turnovers. Wayne County just wanting to force tough shots and pull rebounds.
Yep. What a game, though. It's been a great one.
9-point lead for the Cats, 41-32 with 1:33 to go. This is a 30-second timeout. Frank Hughes will just They got that on Wayne County. So if that's right, then Frank Hughes still with 3, Wayne County with 2, if that board's right. So that must not have been Coach Love's timeout. Devin Dykes the inbound. And he'll find Weston Lineberry. Weston, a push across midcourt. Oh, the flare. Devin on a step back, shoots the 3. And it's good. And Coach Love calls timeout. Big shot there. Wayne County forced Frank Hughes into a tough shot. Yeah. And Devin Dykes made one. It's 41-35 with 1:22 to play in the fourth.
Yeah, Camfield in his face, fading away right there. Big 3-ball for Dykes.
Coach Love immediately calls timeout with 1:22 to play here in the fourth. As Frank Hughes going to try and apply some backcourt pressure and probably look to foul quickly.
Yeah,
they can't get it in.
They probably got a guy or 2 right now that they're, not going to guard, hoping they'll get it into them and foul. But with the squad that Wayne County's got on the floor right now, you really don't have a guy that's just terrible at free throws. So we'll see.
1:22 to play in the fourth. This is a full timeout. Just 3 team fouls for Wayne County, so they can still be aggressive defensively without worrying about putting Frank Hughes at the line when the Lions have the ball.
And if you're Frank Hughes, you're probably going to hold a little bit here on this inbounds. See maybe if you can get away with a little bit of a hold and get a turnover.
Butler, Davis, Bell, Camfield, Robertson on the floor for the Cats. Face guard, Bell and Camfield. Trying to get Justice on a peel back, get Camfield turn back. Pitch ahead to Davis. Davis sprint across midcourt, now pull up. And Devin Dykes come over and foul Logan. Logan 2 for 2 there on the last trip.
It's 4 for 4 on the night. Good job of Logan backing that out. And now the clock is your friend. You want that thing to run as many seconds off as you can.
1:16 to play in the fourth. Davis at the stripe. First free throw comes out. 41-35, 1:16 to play in the fourth. Logan for another.
Still okay if you hit this one.
And that was good. A 3-possession game as the Cats are up 7. Inbound to Weston and Lineberry a push up for the Lions. Looks to drive, takes it to the rim, kicks it to the corner. Tuck tries to relocate, shoots the fadeaway 3. It's a high arcer, front rim, and Bell comes down with a rebound for Wayne County and gets fouled there by Tuck. 1:03 to play in the fourth. Wayne County by 7, 42-35.
Yeah, this.
Bell to the stripe.
I almost would have went to Lineberry or Dykes there for that 3-ball if I'm Frank Hughes trying to get them a look.
Well, Lineberry's tough to keep from getting to the rim, but Wayne County's done a fabulous job of it tonight.
Sure have. Probably one of the better defensive games I've seen them play.
Oh, Bell's first free throw rattles around, hangs on the front, and drops through.
Did everything. Did everything but go in.
43-35. Another one for Justice. And that one's nothing but net. Inbound to Lineberry here in the backcourt. He'll speed dribble up. Trying to get a little bit of a blur screen there from Tuck. Goes to the rim and lays it up and in. Clock will keep moving. Lineberry hands it out of bounds. So they're going to get a delay of game there on Lineberry as he put it down.
You know what, really?
That stopped the clock because
that's kind of smart.
Yeah, with 52.2, the clock stopped now. You get that once, I guess. Robertson running the baseline, matched up there with McLean, trying to find somebody, and then Kent gets called for the 5-second call. And Coach Frank's trying to call timeout. A little bit disappointed here that the ref didn't hear him.
Still at 3 possessions.
Oh, and Coach Love's going to call a timeout here.
Wow.
That'll leave Frank Hughes with just 1. Knowing the baskets are of utmost importance.
That timeout's huge, though, right there.
Yeah, won't be able to stop it, but just one more time on the basket. 44-37. The Wayne County lead, 51.7 to play here in the fourth.
Well, it's been a good one. We knew it was. And the good news is we've got one more against this bunch before we go into tournament time.
That's a makeup coming on February 10th. Wayne County be back in action on Tuesday night against East Hickman. And John Harper will have that one for you on WCHS Sports at YouTube.com. We'll be back on the call, Barry, February the 7th against Perry County.
And the best thing about all these games is it's nice to say finally, we're at home.
Yeah, and then the tournaments will be at home,
Yeah.
so that's important as well.
It's a long stretch of home games.
$51.7. Wayne County inbound. Dacus acting like it's his ball. Oh, it is Frank Hughes' ball. Okay. After the 5-second call. Inbound to Aiden Dacus. To Lineberry. They get it to Devin. Shot fake. Now looks to drive. Hand off to Weston. Shoots a deep three from the top. Going to come up way short and out of bounds.
And that's the shot you wanted right there. That's deep.
44-37. Wayne County by 7. Getting ready to inbound. Robertson having a super night here for Wayne County, leading the way with 15, right?
Yeah, if you were going to be a player of the game, he'd definitely be it tonight.
He kind of foiled the Frank Hughes strategy.
Sure did.
Frank Hughes never could get in the lead. I think if Frank Hughes could get in the lead the way they could have controlled tempo, you might have seen something different. But Wayne County doing a good job to keep that from happening. Butler races up. We got a technical foul on McLean as he went over the line, Barry.
Yep.
And that's going to be his 5th foul. And that's going to put Bell at the free throw line.
And you got a chance to ice it here if you get both of these, I think.
Let's see if they informed him that that's his 5th. That's going to get Tucker Staggs in. And Bell's first free throw up and good. That makes it 45-37. Another one here for Bell. Needed to be Wayne County ball. That one comes out. Wayne County by 8, 45-37, and Wildcats inbound here near midcourt. Lineberry going to match up with Canfield. Dacus, Devin against Bell. Robertson to inbound. Pass fake in the backcourt. Now lob into Canfield, and he's caught by Butler. And Frank Hughes trying to get a tie-up, knock it loose. Canfield dives, knocks it out of bounds over to Frank Hughes.
Boy, Coach Franks is like me going, where's the foul at? You know they're fouling. Guys getting hacked down there. They just didn't count. I don't get it.
35.8, Lineberry to push ahead. 8-point advantage here for Wayne County. Lineberry wanting the ball screen, goes left. He'll take it, loses the handle, and rebound, or the loose ball picked up there by Bell, and a foul by Staggs.
Justice, hit both of these, and let's call it a night.
It's pretty close to happening. As Bell a step to the stripe here.
Well, the crowd leaving on Frank Hughes' side.
And Bell back to the free throw line for 2, and that one's good. 46-37.
Get it at the 10 mark here.
$47-37. Inbound to Lineberry. He'll speed dribble across midcourt. Space it out to the right, going to try and shoot it. No, going to pass to Tuck, back to Lineberry. He'll going to shoot a deep three. That's going to be off the left. Rebound to Canfield. And Canfield probably going to dribble it out as Frank Hughes won't foul. Canfield just got to get it across midcourt. And Wayne County comes to Frank Hughes and comes away with a 10-point win. 47-37. We'll recap after this break. You're listening to Wayne County basketball on Big Oldies Radio. Where? Thanks, sir. Welcome back to Wayne County basketball here on Big Oldies Radio at Frank Hughes School, and the side of a Wildcat win here over the Frank Hughes Lions, 47-37. Tied at 12 after one, tied at 19 to half. Wayne County, the third quarter, the difference is Wayne County pushed out to a 7-point lead, 32-25, and in the final, 47-37. Barry, you got the totals.
Yeah, I do. Frank Hughes for the Lions right here. We got Lineberry with 14, Simmons with 3, Devin Dykus with 10, and Aiden Dykus with 10. For the Cats, leading away, what a night. Will Robertson, 15. Logan Davis with 12. Canfield, K-Man with 11. Justice Bell with 8. And Sailor Skelton with 1.
Good night for the Wayne County girls and the Wayne County boys as the girls win 61-21 and the boys with a big one, 47-37. And I'm David Hastings with Barry Miller. I'd like to say thanks to David Lowe back in the Big Oldie studio, John Harper for running things on WCHS Sports on YouTube.com. We'll be with you again on February 7th as the Wayne County Wildcats and Lady Cats will host Perry County. Pre-game show begin at 5:50 on Big Oldies Radio. You've been listening to Wayne County basketball on Big Oldies Radio.